Hi students, today in this video we go for the another question answers of chapter number 5 and the name of the chapter is the summit within. In previous video we saw the short question answers till number 7 and today we go for remaining one short question answer number 8 and after then we go for the long question answers of this chapter. And here is the last short question answer number 8 that what problems do the climbers face as they climb a mountain? Here we have to write the problems faced by the climbers when they climbing a mountain. Answer: breathing at great height is difficult. It is the main and the first problem, that breathing to get air is the on the great height is very difficult, so it is very serious problem. The climber has to cut the steps in the hard ice and he has to strain every nerve as he takes every step. The climber has to cut he has to cut the steps, he has to cut his path in the hard ice, in these strong ice, and he has to strain. The meaning of strain is overtakes every nerve, means every step he became nervous, he can become nervous at every step. Sometimes he curses himself for undertaking such a task. He curses himself that why he choose this difficult task. There are moments when he feels like going back for relief. Some moments are very dangerous and some moments are very tough, so they feel, the people, the climbers of the mountain feel that like going back for relief, for rest. So this is the answer, that climbing of mountain is very tough and the climbers face such type of problems at the height of when they climb a mountain. So this is the last short question answer, and now we go for the next exercise, long question answer. And here are the long question answers, that why did the author climb Mount Everest? Here we have to give the reasons that why Major Ahluwalia chose to climb Mount Everest. Answer: the author climbed Mount Everest because it is the highest, the mightiest, and has defied many previous attempts. Here we have to say that the Everest is the highest and mightiest very powerful climbing means mountain, and it defied many previous attempts, means to climb Everest is rejected many previous small attempts that author has been done. It takes the last ounce of one's energy, human's energy. It takes the last particle, means it is the very tough climbing and it is a brutal struggle with rock and ice. It is the brutal, means inhuman struggle with rock and ice, because the path of the Mount Everest is very strong and hard. Once taken up, it cannot be given up halfway. If human decided to go upside, then he cannot give up at the halfway, because the passage back is as difficult as the passage onwards. Here the writer says that if we climb, then climbing is as difficult as the coming back, passage onwards. And then when the summit is climbed, when he reached at the summit, then what happened? That there is the exhilaration, the joy of having done something. There is the exhilaration, means there is a sense of excitement and the joy of having done something, that the writer feels that I have done great something. The sense of the battle fought and won, which sense he felt that a battle means a war. He felt like he fought in a battle and at last he won in the battle. He got success. there is a feeling of victory and of happiness. So when he reached at the summit, he feels victory and success and of happiness means joy. So for these reasons, the author climbed Mount Everest. So these are the reasons, that's why the author Major Ahluwalia climbed Mount Everest. Though it is very difficult, but it gives very much delight and very much joy to the writer, that he had a feeling that he had done something great. So this is question 1, and now we go for number 2. And here is the question number 2, that how does Ahluwalia explain the title of the lesson, the summit within? Here we have to give the explanation of this title, the summit within, the name of the chapter. Answer: the writer was a member of the team that reached the summit of Mount Everest. He was a member of the conquering team of Mount Everest. It was a great achievement for them. It was very great achievement, very great success. But he did not feel happiness or heroic. But after this great achievement, instead of feeling happiness or heroic, sadness covered his mind. He felt that conquest of Everest was merely a physical experience. He felt that it was merely physical experience. It was so he didn't feel any happiness or heroic feelings. There was another summit within every person. Here the writer said that there was another summit within, means inside every person. It was his own mind, the summit of the mind. One has to climb it also to get fuller knowledge of oneself. The human being can climb this summit of mind by fully knowledge of himself. Means he can climb up this summit by knowing himself. This exercise is difficult. This exercise is not very easy. It's not easy. It is very tough to reach the mind of summit, the summit of mind. It also changes one, as does standing on the summit of Mount Everest. It also changes one, means the man who climbed Everest and the man who reached at the summit of the mind, both are difficult and both are same achievement. And the man also changes when he reached at the summit of mind, and he feels like he's standing on the summit of Mount Everest. So both the climbings are same. So here the writer compared the summit of mind and the summit of Mount Everest. Both are difficult to climb and both are same. So the writer give the title of this lesson, the summit within, means the summit of the mind, the summit inside. And now we go for the next. And here is number 3, that how did Ahluwalia feel standing on the summit of Everest? And the answer is, here we have to write the feelings of Major Ahluwalia, that how he feel when he standing on the summit of Everest. Standing on the summit, Ahluwalia was overwhelmed by a deep sense of joy. He made very, very excited, and joy and thankfulness. He said thanks to God. Looking round from the summit, Ahluwalia told himself that his adventure, though risky, was worthwhile. Looking round from the summit, when he stood at the summit and looking around, there he said to himself that his adventure, though risky, though it was very risky adventure, but it was worthwhile, means it was very great, very valuable. The surrounding peaks looked like a jeweled necklace. Here he described that how the surrounding peaks looked like a jeweled necklace from the summit. It was an ennobling and enriching experience. It was very great experience, very noble and very rich experience. He was filled with humility. He felt the emotion of humility, that how small I am in this large universe. He thanked God and then left a picture of Guru Nanak on Everest. On the Everest, he say thanks to God and said thank you to God and left one picture of Guru Nanak on the Everest because it was a symbol of reverence. He experienced a sense of fulfillment, satisfaction. He was very satisfied with his own task that which great work I did. It satisfied his love for adventure. He had very great attraction to the mountains, so it satisfied this task, that climbing Mount Everest satisfied his love for adventure. The experience was not just physical. This experience was not just physical, but also emotional and spiritual. It touches the mind of the human being, so it was emotional and spiritual experience to climb Mount Everest. So these are the feelings that the writer felt when he stood on the summit of Everest. So these three long question answers you have to read and repeat in your notebook. I hope you understood the whole question answers very well. And in the next video we will start our new topic. Thank you.